We are now recording.
Yes, you are.
Act 1, Scene 1.
Hands up in the name of the law.
Don't shoot, mister. Please don't shoot.
That'll teach you to sleep on the job, Barney.
Shucks, Sheriff. This is the quiet time of the day.
Maybe so, but if Widow Black caught you napping on the job, you'd likely be in real trouble.
That stepmother of mine don't scare me any.
I guess you can take care of yourself, Barney.
Sure can, Sheriff. I have to deal with all kinds at this here hotel, but I don't care how rough or tough they come. I've got my ways to handle them.
How's that?
I'll just duck down behind this counter.
Well, if you run into this hombre, that's just what you better do.
Wanted for robbery and murder. Snipe Vermin. Says there's a $500 reward.
And I hear tell that's not half enough. He's about as mean as they come.
How come you know so much about this Snipe Vermin?
There's a Pinkerton man in town, and he told me all about this road agent. Matter of fact, that's why I'm putting up these posters.
A Pinkerton man? Vermin must be a really bad one to get the Pinkertons on his trail.
The railroad hired him to pick up Vermin after he stuck up a train near here.
I've never met a real detective before. What's this Pinkerton man like?
He's tall and good-looking, kind of like the fellows you read about in those dime novels. His name's Harry Hartstone.
Harry Hartstone? I've heard of him. He's the one who brought in the hole-in-the-floor gang. And the outlaw Doc Hollyhock. Will he be staying a spell? I'd sure like to shake his hand.
Depends on where the trail leads. A man like Harry puts duty above just about everything else.
Wonder what this Snipe Vermin looks like. There's no picture on the poster.
Nobody's ever gotten a real good look at him. Just keep your eyes open for any suspicious-looking strangers.
I'll do just that, Sheriff. Anyone starts acting up in here now.
What is it you're going to do, Barney?
There's a desperado on the loose. The sheriff just came in with this poster.
Well, Sheriff, you can just take your poster somewhere else. We got no room here for you or your posters.
Just doing my duty, Widow Black. This is the only hotel in town. If Vermin came through here, he'd likely hold up here.
It's our business who comes in here. I've told you more than once I don't want you upsetting the customers. Now, if you're quite finished, you will do me the courtesy of leaving my premises.
Very well. But if I find you harboring a fugitive...
Good day, Sheriff.
Good day, Widow Black. Could there be more here than meets the eye? I've always suspected the widow, ever since the recent death of her husband. He was a sickly sort, but he did go off pretty sudden-like. And she did inherit the hotel, though many thought it would be left to her good-hearted stepson Barney. The Widow Black bears watching, and I would do just that.
What did that woman want in here?
You saw the poster. Snipe Vermin is in the territory and she wants us to be on the watch for him.
Is that all?
Of course. What did you think?
Never mind. I just hope Snipe Vermin does come to town. Then folks will find out that our lady sheriff is neither a lady nor a sheriff.
You got no right to say that. If she hadn't taken the job when her dad was carried off by the fever last winter, we wouldn't have any sheriff at all.
I know. And we'd be better off without any sheriff at all.
Old Sheriff Lovelace taught Willie everything he knew. Why, she can ride, and rope, and shoot.
And snoop. And if I catch her around here again, I'm going to get rid of you both.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I'll only keep you on here through the kindness of my heart. You just don't appreciate all I've done for you.
Oh, yes, I do. The old battle axe. She keeps me on because I work for nothing. But I dare not leave. I'm sure my father provided for me in his will, but it cannot be found. Therefore, I must stay on and continue searching for the scrap of paper that will restore my rightful inheritance.
Guess this is the only hotel in town.
Sure looks like it, Snap. It sure does.
How many times do I have to tell you, don't mention my name?
I'm sorry, Snap, but don't you think we'd be smarter to head on west? Sure that Pinkerton man is still on our trail.
If you don't shut up, I'm going to ram this 6-gun right down your throat. Now look, nobody knows what I look like, and I'm sick to death of trail dust. I'm gonna have me a couple of drinks, take a hot bath, and sleep in a bed for a change. You just go over there and register. Take these saddlebags up to our room.
Yes, sir, Snap. I mean, Mr. Vermin. I mean, sir.
Stop jabbering and get us a room.
Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to the Roaring Gulch Hotel, finest in town. May we be of service?
Yeah, my friend and I want a room.
Just step right over the counter and my boy will take care of you.
Yes, ma'am.
You give us the best room in the house. And a bath.
I can give you a room, but you'll have to take your own bath. Just a little joke, sir.
Are you trying to make fun of me?
Why, no, sir, of course not.
You better not. The last gent who tried that has changed his address to Boot Hill.
I understand. Yes, indeed I do. Just sign here, please. Right here.
Well, sign it.
Bill Filbert and Frank.
I'll need your friend's name, too.
Oh, let's see. What's your name, Snipe?
Here, I'll do it.
Ah, thank you. Bill Filbert and,
John Smith. That's me, John Smith.
Yes, of course. Very original. I mean, very good. Thank you. Here's your key.
There's no room number on this key.
That's all right. The same key fits all the rooms.
But which room is ours?
Just take anyone that's not occupied. We only have one guest at the moment.
One guest? What does he look like?
Oh, it's not a man. It's a woman. A very fine actress who has been staying with us between engagements.
Yeah, that's better. I was afraid it might have been...
Oh boy, an actress. We're going to be staying here at the same hotel with a real live actress. Will she be here long?
Could be. She's been here for 2 years now. Your room will be $2 a day, in advance.
What do you mean, in advance?
It's our policy at the hotel, gentlemen. All room rent is payable in advance.
Get our stuff put away, Bill. I'll take care of this.
The rooms are through there, and we have a very fine restaurant and bar through there, should you care to refresh yourselves.
We saw that on the way into town, didn't we?
Yes, there's an outside entrance.
I'll get our things put away. The actress, do you suppose we'll get a chance to meet her?
I don't think you'll be able to avoid it. She usually comes down about this time.
Gosh, a real actress.
Quite an exuberant young man, your friend.
That nut? Heck, I just ran into him since my last job. Let him ride along with me so we wouldn't get lost.
What kind of job do you have, Mr. Smith?
Who? Oh, me. Yes.
Oh, I see. You're a firearms expert.
That's right. When it comes to a 6-gun, I know just about everything there is to know. How much was that bill now?
$2 a day.
Here you are. I get the change when we check out.
I'll write your receipt.
A gold coin? Just like the one stolen in that railroad holdup. That confirms my suspicions. That man is, indeed, the deadly desperado Snipe Vermin. I could earn a quick $500 by turning him over to the sheriff, but there's bigger game at hand. With his help, possibly I could dispose of Sherry Willie Lovelace. This hotel is just a start. Who could tell how much his little secret may be worth?
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Miss Muldoon, I was going over the books last night and I noticed you are falling behind on your rent.
The rent. Oh, yes. Well, Miss Black, I'm anticipating a through my agent any day now. The new season will be starting shortly, and I should not only have an engagement, but a substantial advance as well.
I hope so, Miss Muldoon. Of course, you may work out your bill if you prefer.
Oh, entertaining, you mean?
Yes, entertaining the floors with a mop and a bucket.
Really, Mrs. Black, I could hardly... Oh, I see you have another guest. Good morning, sir. Are you going to be a guest here at the hotel?
Yeah.
How nice. Let me introduce myself. I'm Martha Muldoon. Perhaps you've heard of me?
Martha Muldoon, the famous actress. I heard of you. I sure have. My name is Bill Philgood, and I sure am proud to meet up with you.
Oh, dear boy.
And I guess you know my trailmate here.
We haven't really been formally introduced.
Well, now you know me, and I know him, so would it be formal enough if I helped you with your howdies?
Seems a long way around, but I'm sure that would satisfy the social amenities.
I don't know about them, but it sure would be all right with us, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it, Jack?
John.
That's right, John Jones.
John Smith.
I knew it was something like that.
I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Smith, and thank you for the delightful introduction, Mr. Filbert. What brings you to Roaring Gulch, gentlemen?
I'd say that was none of your business.
Really, Mr. Smith?
Yeah, really.
It's easy to see your mother didn't teach you any manners.
I need a drink. Anyhow, I didn't have no mother.
You must be spoofing. Everyone's got a mother. I never had almost nothing at all, but I had a mother.
In your friend's case, they probably made an exception.
Look, I was an orphan. I never knew my old lady, so let it drop.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should never have said what I did.
Must have been pretty tough not having any relatives to grow up with.
I did have one kin, a brother, twin brother at that. Real handsome kid. Looked just like me. But he was adopted. Went off with some foreigners, a couple of snobs who just come up from England or somewhere. Well, who cares? I'm gonna have that drink. You coming, Filbert?
I'd rather stay and talk to Miss Muldoon if you don't mind.
Nah, I'd just soon drink alone anyhow. Got some thinking to do.
If you're busy or something, Miss Muldoon.
I'm never too busy for my public, Mr. Filbert. After all, where would we be if it weren't for you?
I don't know. I've always been out on a farm.
I guess true love of theater knows no boundaries.
This is the first time I've ever been out of the country, but I've always read all the theater magazines. Everyone they sold at the soda fountain in town, anyhow. That's how I knew you right off. I've been reading about you for years.
Not too many years, I hope.
Ever since I was just a kid.
That's what I was afraid of.
Yeah. You know, you're the first real actress I've ever met. I sure hope I'm not keeping you from any important business or anything.
Not really, only my daily recitation, but that can wait.
You mean you're gonna give a show?
Not really, I just recite a bit each day to keep informed, so to speak.
I know what you mean. A pretty figure is important to an actress.
Would you like to hear me recite?
Golly, that would be great. I mean, I'd enjoy it very much, I sure would.
Very well. You sit over there and be my audience. Now, my recitation today will be A Red, Red Rose by Bobby Burns. A red, red rose by Bobby Burns. Oh, my love is like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. Oh, my love is like a melody that's sweetly played in tune. Oh, fair art thou, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I, and I will love thee still, my dear, till all the seas gain dry. Till all the seas gain dry, my dear, and the rocks melt with the sun, and I will love thee still, my dear, while the sands of life shall run. And fare thee well, my only love, and fare thee well a while, and I will come again, my love, though it were 10,000 miles.
That was fine. Just fine, Miss Muldoon.
Why, thank you, kind sir.
I don't rightly understand all them words, but I sure enjoyed it.
Then you're not familiar with Bobby Burns.
No, man, I never met the gentleman.
I mean, well, he's Scotch.
No wonder I never met him. Like I said, I hardly ever get off the farm. Say, what do you really have to be able to talk those foreign languages to get on the stage?
Of course not. Why, if you have the talent and a bit of training, getting to the theater is not as difficult as you might think.
Tell me, Miss Muldoon, I wonder if
I say, I noticed, excuse me, I noticed 2 new horses tied in front of the hotel. I wonder, might the owners be about?
Say, are you the Pinkerton man Willie was telling us about? The famous Harry Hartstone?
At your service, sir. Now about the horses.
Those horses, yes, those are mine. I rode into town on them.
On both horses?
Both horses? Yes, sure. I like to ride double. Do it all the time. It's much faster that way.
Well, you don't fit the description of the culprit I'm looking for, so I'll just have to look about a bit more. Would that be the pub through that far door?
Yes, sir, that's it.
Then we'll just have a look in there, if you don't mind.
No, not at all.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is there a most amazing resemblance between this Harry Hartstone and the notorious snipe runner? I wonder. Could Hartstone be the twin brother I overheard Vermin talking about? What a strange twist of fate it would be to have two brothers pitted against brother under these circumstances. This should prove most interesting. Yes, most interesting indeed.
Pardon me, but would one of the houses hitched in front of the hotel belong to any of you gentlemen? You, sir, facing the street. Would you mind turning about? The back of your head looks somewhat familiar. I must warn you, my good fellow, I am a representative of the law, and I must insist that you turn around, or I must resort to the use of force.
Nobody tells me what to do. Take that, lawman. That finishes our Pinkerton man.
You didn't give him no chance at all.
Shut up or you get the same. Hey, he's getting up.
Leave him be. He's wounded.
Let go of my arm.
I say, I think I've been shot.
Looks like Snap got him good this time. And you know what he's doing? He's in there finishing his drink. Cool as you please.
You mean that was Snap Vermin?
Yeah, he wasn't Jack Jones at all.
You mean John Smith?
He wasn't any of those fellows.
Don't you think we should get a doctor?
Yes. You try his office and I'll look for the sheriff.
All right, I'll get back as soon as I can.
I'm not sure where the sheriff is. She was putting up posters. Come on, Bill, you can help. You are Bill, aren't you?
Sure. What makes you think I'm not?
Never mind, let's go.
Just a flesh wound and a crease on the skull. Oh, looks like he's coming around already.
Oh, my head.
Easy now, you've been hurt.
Where am I?
Right here in the hotel lobby.
What hotel?
Don't you know?
Let me think.
Well,
I'm still thinking. It's no use. I should know where I am as well as I know my own name.
that's true.
Oh,
Isn't your head here?
no, it's just that now I can't even think of my own name.
Now, here's an interesting turn of events. Hoxton's injury to his head has cost him his memory. He has amnesia. And nobody realizes that Snap Vermin, now drinking in the next room, is his identical twin. If I could but effect a switch, there's no limit to the lengths I might advance my ambitions. Yes, this could work out very well. Very well indeed.
Tell me, do you know who I am?
Oh, I'm afraid not. I am the proprietor of this hotel, but you are a stranger to me.
What am I to do?
Oh, never fear. You're weak from your wounds, but I will help you. Let me assist you to one of our fine rooms where you can rest and bandage your injuries.
Thank you.
Oh, wait. Perhaps we should put your valuables in our safe. There are unsavory characters in this community who would not hesitate to rob an injured man.
That's very thoughtful of you.
This way, I'll be able to check on your identification while you're regaining your strength. Come, we'll find you a room where you'll be comfortable.
How can I ever repay you for all your kindness?
I'll find a way. Yes, I'll find a way.
According to the directions we received from our driver, this must be the hotel we are seeking.
Yeah, some luck. The stagecoach breaking down.
I don't know. I was beginning to wear a little thin in spots myself.
Ah, for one of our good eastern railroads. But unfortunately, our coach and four represents the only transportation to San Francisco and a most profitable theatrical engagement. And as you say, the rest will be most welcome.
Besides, there might be some interesting men around.
I never thought of that.
I sure miss Charlie.
So do I. The dirty rat.
Imagine him running off with that tattooed lady at the St. Louis Exposition.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll have no trouble finding a guitar player of equal to Charlie when we arrive in San Francisco.
But where are you going to find someone as cute as Charlie?
That's something I would prefer to come to grips with at a later date.
I'd rather come to grips with Charlie myself.
He was a most personable young man, but right at the moment, we must search out the custodian of this roadside inn so that we may engage our rooms for the night.
There's a bell over here on the counter. Maybe we can raise someone with that.
Well, go ahead.
All right.
May I help you?
Say, that's service.
Well, I was just showing a guest who's room.
A young guest.
A handsome guest.
Well, I suppose you might say.
Don't mind the young ladies. We would like to engage quarters until such time as our stage has completed some required repairs.
Our guest clerk is on an errand at the moment, but I'll be happy to take care of you. Just sign the register.
Of course. Colonel Crabtree and Company.
Please come. I'm afraid gentlemen are not allowed to have young ladies for company in their rooms.
The concern for the morals of your establishment is understandable and commendable, my good woman. But allow me to complete our introductions. Ours is the theatrical troupe of Colonel Crabtree and Company. Songs and recitations to delight the eye and ear. And these are my associates, Flora and Dora. We will require the two finest rooms in the hotel.
Oh, please excuse my misunderstanding. I am Mrs. Black, owner of this modest hotel. We shall do our best to make you comfortable.
Thank you.
Take the two rooms at the end of the hall. I'm sure you will find them to your liking.
We'll get settled and be out shortly for dinner.
Splendid. There's an excellent bar and grill adjoining the hotel.
Let's get our stuff put away. I'm getting hungry.
And we haven't met any fellas either.
First, to make sure I'm alone. Nobody inside. Good. Now, I may proceed with my plan. Harry Hotstone is asleep in his room, recovering from his wounds. I have removed his clothing, which will not only keep him safely in his room, but will be most helpful for the little party I'm planning. A costume party. And now we are ready for the honored guest for this little event, our friend Snipe Vernon. Mr. Vernon, would you step in here a moment, please?
What?
Hurry, time is short.
How'd you know my name?
A man of your reputation is easy to recognize.
Oh, what do I care? I ain't worried about nobody around this hick town anyhow.
But why fight the law when there's a better way?
What are you getting at?
I mean, it's so much better to join them.
You better see a doctor, lady. There's something wrong with you.
Not at all, Mr. Vernon. I merely possess some information that nobody else seems to have.
And what might that be?
Our friend, Harry Hotstone, the Pinkerton detective, is in reality none other than your own long-lost twin brother.
You mean the hombre I just killed?
Oh, you didn't kill him. He's resting quite comfortably in one of our less expensive rooms.
How about that? The lawman who chased me all over the territory turns out to be my own brother. I think maybe I'll just look in on him for a minute.
Wait, there's no time for that. Here, put these on.
Where'd you get that outfit?
Off your brother. You are about to take his place.
Yeah, that wouldn't fool nobody. Besides, why would I want to get duded up like some lawman?
For about $10,000.
What?
There's not much time. The others will be getting back shortly. I'll explain as you get your outfit on.
All right, but if this is some sort of trick...
Never fear. There will be a tidy sum in this for both of us. You see, as Harry Hotstone, you will have free access to the bank. Once inside, it will be an easy matter to gather up a sizable sum, then return it to the hotel, and we will divide the proceeds.
Since when do I need any help to rob that cracker box bank?
Remember, you are not going to rob the bank.
Well, you sure aren't going to do it for me.
No, but I'm going to do something even better than that. I'm going to see that somebody else gets the credit.
You mean...
Exactly. As long as you're wearing that outfit, Harry Hotstone will get the blame for the robbery. That will not only take care of him, but leave a clear trail for you. That ought to be worth half the money.
All right. If there's any trouble, you better watch out.
There won't be. Just remember, you're Harry Hotstone, and watch your language.
Don't worry. I can talk as good as anybody.
Harry, are you all right?
Huh? Yes. I'm okay.
I heard you'd been shot. I came as fast as I could.
No, it was nothing.
You sound funny, Harry. You don't look too good. You sure you're not hurt?
Maybe I got grazed by a slug. I do feel kind of dizzy.
Come on, I'll help you.
You kind of go for me, don't you, kid?
Come on now, Harry. Of course I like you, but...
You'd be a good-looking gal if you'd get yourself some skirts.
Little does he know how I long to lay aside this gun and badge and be just a girl again. And even a fellow courting me, someone strong and brave and handsome like Harry Hartstone. But wait, how confused I must be. Only a short time ago the sight of this man aroused feelings of warmth and tenderness. And now seeing him again here in this hotel, it's like looking at a different person. Even the touch of his arm on my shoulder left me cold and clammy feeling. A girl's heart can sure play strange tricks. But regardless of my feelings, one way or the other, my duty to my dear departed father forced me to stay on as sheriff until we are assured of law and order in Roaring Gulch. All right, I'll make you a deal. The day you get snipe vermin, I'll get me the prettiest frock in town.
Maybe I'd better get busy then.
Are you sure you're strong enough?
Don't worry. I can do what I got to do.
Wait, I'll go with you and lend a hand.
No! You better wait here in case he comes back.
Good idea. Harry?
Huh?
Watch yourself now.
I'll do that. What do you know? A lady sheriff. And she's a looker, she is. I'll have to get back to her later. But now, business before pleasure. I better get on down to the bank and make that withdrawal we've been talking about.
Relax, Sheriff. He'll be all right.
Why, Widow Black? I thought you didn't care to have me around.
This is different, Miss Lovelace. After all, you are protecting us from a desperado.
There's something strange going on around here. I can just feel it. There's nothing I can do from now. Just keep alert for any trouble that may arise.
The doctor wasn't in his office. He was out on a delivery. Making a delivery. Mrs. Johnson is having a baby and...
That's all right, Martha. We won't require his services after all.
Who needed a doctor?
Harry Hartstone. He was hurt something awful.
He just left. Why, he didn't look so bad off to me.
It just goes to show you how tough these lawmen really are. Oh, Colonel, how did you find your room?
Right at the end of the hall, just where you said it was.
Poopsie, you old dear. What are you doing here?
Why, Martha Muldoon, you old trooper. Nobody's called me Poopsie for years.
And have you missed it?
No, but I've missed you ever since you split up the act to marry that Texas millionaire.
And I've missed you too, Poopsie. And I never did marry that millionaire.
Why not?
When I got to Texas, I found out all he had was a million jackrabbits and rattlesnakes. Anyhow, I wasn't gone a week before I got to missing the stage and the applause and all.
Why didn't you come back?
I guess I didn't have the courage after looking out on you the way I did.
Well, you're not going to get away from me now. Come along and I'll buy you some dinner.
What's that?
Probably just some trailhands having a good time.
Could be trouble. I'd better get out and have a look.
Sheriff, come quick. The bank's been robbed and the teller killed.
I'm coming, Barney. I'll get the varmint that did this terrible thing. I'll get him.
All right, Act 2. Fine thing to put in a water pitcher.
What's that?
Water, of course. That's the only thing the Widow Black allows me to drink on the job.
Is that bad?
It wouldn't be, except I never get off the job. Work and eat and sleep, that's all I do. Say, did the sheriff catch up with that bank robber yet?
I don't know. I never did find her. I finally gave up and came back.
Say, What are you going to do now? Hook up with your old friend again?
Not friend? I should say not.
Well, you did write in with him.
I just didn't know what kind of person he was.
I know what you mean. The papers make outlaws look kind of romantic and exciting until you see them up close. The sight of blood kind of takes the shine off them.
Besides that, it makes me kind of sick to my stomach.
You could head on back home, I suppose.
No, I don't think so. There's nothing wrong with farming. My family's always done it, but, well, it's not for me. I just never took to it like the others. And I guess the only way I'm ever going to find what I want is to go looking and hope I find it, or it finds me.
You know, you make that guitar sound pretty good.
Thanks.
Pardon me, gentlemen.
What?
Are there any ladies about?
No, but...
Excuse my appearance, but I seem to have been divested of my wardrobe.
I can just see anyone stealing anything from you.
I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
You can talk pretty as you please, but you're not going to change my mind one bit.
Really? I'm afraid I haven't had the pleasure.
I'll bet you've had just about every kind of pleasure there is.
There must be some misunderstanding. Have we met before?
Really, Snapperman? Who do you think you rode into town with you?
Are you referring to me as Snipe Vermin?
That's the name you went by last time I saw you.
So, that's who I am.
You mean you didn't know?
No, you see, some hours ago I sustained a slight injury to my head which apparently caused an impairment of my memory. Since that time I've been resting in a room down the hall.
Next thing you'll be saying is you were in bed when the bank was robbed.
So that's where all the gunfire was originating.
You mean you didn't have anything to do with it?
Really? I am hardly dressed for socializing, much less bank robbing. And this name, Snipe Vermin, it does have a familiar ring. But is it really me?
Well, it's either you or your twin brother.
There is one way to clarify the situation. The lady that assisted me to my room removed some papers of identification from my pockets for safekeeping. I believe they are in your hotel vault.
That must have been me, Widow Black.
If she had anything to do with this, there's good reason to be suspicious. Maybe we'd better have a look at those papers. They must be in this drawer. I guess it's stuck.
Here, let me give you a hand.
No, I can get it.
I think I've got it.
Ah, here are my papers. And my picture, too. But it doesn't say anything about a Snipe Vermin. According to this, my name is Harry Heartstone, and I'm employed by the Pinkerton Detective Agency.
Well, I'll be hogtied. You are his twin brother.
You've left me behind again.
Well, according to these papers, your name is Harry Heartstone. And if you're Harry Heartstone, you can't be Snipe Vermin, can you?
That's true. I can't be both of those gentlemen, as you say.
But you look just like Snipe, and he himself told me he had a twin brother.
Might I look through the rest of these papers? Perhaps there may be additional information that will prove helpful.
Here, let me give you a hand.
Last will and testament. I don't believe this is mine.
No, it belongs to a Theodosius Black, according to the writing here.
Why, that's my father!
I do believe it must have been stuck under that drawer you pulled out.
Look, it's my father's lost will. This is the paper I've been searching for.
According to this, he leaves all his possessions to his son, Barney.
That's me! I'm his sole heir.
What about the Widow Black?
I don't know. Couldn't turn her out, but things are certainly going to be different around here. They certainly are.
All right, Harry Heartstone, up with your hands.
Oh, my goodness.
No, you don't.
Oh!
Golly, Sheriff, why'd you do that?
He's the one who just robbed the bank and killed the teller.
Oh no, Willie.
I wouldn't have believed it myself, Barney. As a matter of fact, I kind of liked him. And the way he talked, I thought he liked me too. But it was all just a plan. A crooked plan to get me off guard so he could rob the bank. How could I have been so stupid?
Come on now. You could be wrong. This is Harry Heartstone, you know.
Yes, I know.
He's the Pinkerton detective.
Yes, I know. He did it. There were witnesses.
Look, he's coming around. Bill, take him back to his room and see if you can find some clothes. Meanwhile, tell Willie what we found out.
All right.
Take it easy there. I've got my gun ready if you try to escape again.
At last, the proof I've searched for all these months. The precious document that makes me sole heir to my father's estate. I must hurry to the office, the lawyer Twiddle, to make the legal documents for my claim.
Barney, what are you doing, leaving work?
I've important business to attend to.
You know you are forbidden to leave your post during working hours. What's so important it won't wait?
Only this? I've discovered the lost will of my own dear father and your late husband, and just as I suspected, all his worldly holdings were left to me.
That scrap of paper means nothing. This hotel is mine.
Fear not. You won't be turned out, but I must claim my rightful inheritance. I am on my way to see good lawyer Twiddle now. Meanwhile, you may take a turn watching the desk.
Curses. I always suspected the existence of such a will, but was never able to find it. Now it appears that my murdering my husband has been in vain. But wait. If something should happen to Barney, I would still control the estate. Yes, I must dispose of my stepson just as I took care of his father. Fortunately, I had the foresight enough to secrete this bottle of lethal liquid against the time I might have use for it again. Now, let me see. Aha! Tasteless, odorless, and deadly. Just one tiny sip from the liquid in this pitcher, and this property will still be mine. All mine! And now, I must see about getting Mr. Hardstone's wardrobe back to him. Snipe Vermin is through with it now, and on his way back here with the money. I wisely took the precaution of not being seen with him on the street. And won't Harry Hardstone be surprised when he is arrested for bank robbery and murder?
Say, Miss Black, I wonder if you know where I can get some clothes.
What's wrong with the clothes you got?
Oh, they're not for me, they're for... Oh, you've got them. I was looking for some clothes for Mr. Hardstone. Those are his, aren't they?
Yes, I was taking them out to have them cleaned.
Gee, that's certainly thoughtful of you. But he sure would like them back now. It's mighty embarrassing for him with only those red long johns on him, especially with that lady sheriff in the room.
The sheriff?
Yeah, she got the idea that Mr. Hardstone robbed the bank.
It's good to see she's on the job. Hardstone is under arrest, I take it.
I don't rightly know. The poor fellow seemed kind of out of his head for a while.
Probably some sort of trick.
I don't think so. When the sheriff hit him with her pistol, it seemed to knock his sense right back to where it was before. He's still pretty groggy, but these clothes ought to cheer him up some.
Bill, round up your stuff. We're getting out of here.
What do you mean?
I mean we're leaving. I'm fed up with this town.
I'll change my mind, Snap. Where'd you get that bag?
It's nothing.
It's from the bank, isn't it? You was the one that robbed that bank.
You knew what I did before you joined up with me. Now for the last time, let's get started.
No, I don't want to have anything to do with you no more.
Why, then...
Wait. Better quiet down. The sheriff is in Hardstone's room. She'll hear you.
You mean that pretty lady sheriff?
Willie Lovelace? Certainly, I mean her.
You know, that little gal was right sweet last time I saw her.
Certainly. You were posing as your brother, you recall. It's almost pathetic. Our tough little lady sheriff making sounds like a woman.
All I know is I'm not riding out of here alone. I'm going to get me some company.
I don't know how you're going to arrange that.
Stand aside, you'll see.
Be careful. Now you've done it. You'll have the whole town in here.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
What's going on in here?
I I thought those shots would bring you running.
What?
Drop the gun, Sheriff. Drop it. I'd hate to shoot a pretty little thing like you.
All right, Snipe, what do you want?
You finally recognize me, huh?
Filbert told me who you were and that you were the one that robbed the bank, too.
What's all the shooting about?
Good heavens, a robbery!
He's kind of good looking, isn't he?
I've always liked the outdoor type.
But Charlie was the indoor type.
Oh, that's alright too.
Quiet down, all of you, and get in here.
Sir, this is an insult.
An insult won't hurt you none, but this gun could kill you dead.
Yes, sir, I see what you mean.
You all right, Sheriff?
My arms are getting kind of tired.
Come on in, Bill. Just join the crowd over there. Well, I wonder if any more of our friends will be along.
I was just coming back from the lawyer and heard...
You heard me shooting this 6-gun. Now just step over with the rest of the group. I got an announcement to make. You see, my old saddlemate, Bill, here, has decided not to ride with me. Is that right, Bill?
Yes, I guess that's right, Snipe.
That's all right, Bill. Because, you see, I've gone and picked me some different company.
What do you mean?
I just decided that our lady sheriff here would make a lot better company on those long, cold nights on the trail. So I'm just going to take her along.
What?
You wouldn't mind that, would you, gal?
I'd as soon shake hands with a rattlesnake. Come to think of it, there won't be too much difference.
Come on now, honey. You already admitted you like my brother. He don't look no different than me. Just pretend you're going off with him.
He may look like you, but that's where it all ends. You're a crook and a killer, and he is a defender of law and order. And he talks nice too.
And I'll bet you do most anything for him.
You bet I would.
Then you ain't got no choice, Sheriff. Because you either come along with me, or your friend Harry Hotstone is going to get himself a real fatal case of lead poisoning.
What are you getting at?
I know Hotstone is lying in there wounded. Now you can come cozy up to me and leave him where he is. Or you can walk out that door while I go in and finish him off.
Your own brother?
It's my own brother who's been chasing me all over the territory.
Give me a minute to think it over.
Well, hurry up. We got places to go and money to spend.
What can I do? Harry is too weak to fight back. Snipe could kill him easy. If I really love Harry, I've got to give him up. I guess I've got no choice. All right, I'll go with you.
But Willie!
Please, Martha, I must do what I feel is best.
That's right, Sheriff. We certainly will miss you, Sheriff. We certainly will.
This is working out just fine for you, isn't it, Widow?
I don't know what you mean.
Why, certainly you do, Widow Black. Now, would you mind holding this gun on these folks while I step into my room and pick up my saddlebags?
Don't get me involved in this.
But you're already involved. You do want your half of the bank money, don't you?
Why should you give me half of the money?
Weren't you the one who helped plan the robbery? Heck, you even loaned me the fancy bathrobe that Hearthstone always wears so we could pin the robbery on him.
Mrs. Black, how could you? A man was killed.
I suspect that's not the only killing she was mixed up in.
All right. So I helped plan the robbery. How did I know Snipe was going to get trigger happy?
Never mind about that. I need you now to keep these folks from getting a posse out until this gal and I get across the border. You'll do that for your old partner, wouldn't you?
This is a dirty trick, Snipe. That arrangement was just between us.
What are you kicking about? Here, count out your share of the money. I'll be right back.
All right, Mrs. Black, hand me back my gun and I'll get her.
Sorry, Sheriff. I can't do that.
Then you really were mixed up in the robbery.
You'd have found out sooner, Lena. This way, at least I've retained my share of the profits. Now, you might as well all relax. We're going to be here quite a while.
I must say, Martha, you picked up a most unusual place to spend your years of retirement.
It's ordinarily a bit more quiet.
I'm glad you decided to rejoin the troupe. You'll add class to the act.
Thank you, Bootsy.
What's this about class?
I'm sorry, girls. Allow me to apologize. I must say the pair of you are in a class by yourselves.
Well, that's more like it.
Say, who belongs to this guitar?
That's mine.
Hey, I never noticed, but you're kind of cute.
Sort of an indoor-outdoor type.
Do you play the guitar as good as Charlie?
That depends on Charlie, I guess.
Oh, you could never depend on Charlie.
I've been playing for a long time, just for fun, you know.
Say, you do play as good as Charlie.
Even better. Come to think of it, Charlie didn't play so good.
He was just awful cute.
Say, Colonel, I just got the most wonderful idea.
Let me guess. You want me to hire this young man as our guitar player?
That's a good idea.
It certainly is.
But we do need a musician to complete the show. What are your credentials, son?
Golly, I don't have any. I got my name tattooed on my arm, though. Had it done at the county fair. Would that be all right?
Really, Bootsy, I'm sure Mr. Filbert would be an excellent addition to the troupe. I've become quite fond of him in the short time since we've met.
So have I.
Me too.
Wait a minute. Possibly you're not free to travel with us to San Francisco.
No, I don't think I could be free.
Oh.
Shucks.
But if you could pay me just a little bit, at least enough so I could eat and maybe get some show people tied clothes.
I'm sure we can do that.
It's all arranged then. You are now part of Kirk Crabtree and Company.
Pretty nice company, too.
Yes, if we get out of this town alive and in one piece, you're hired.
I regret the inconvenience, but as you can see, there's very little choice. Incidentally, Barney, how did you get on with your lawyer?
He said the will was perfectly legal, and the law will uphold my claim to the hotel. But you knew that all the time.
I suspected as much. However, as you can see, I am not without funds at the moment.
That's the kind of funds that can wind you up at the end of a rope.
I say, what's going on in here?
Harry! You are Harry, aren't you?
Yes, and I have the most wonderful news. That blow on the head completely restored my memory. I want to thank you, Miss Lovelace. I remember everything.
Aw, it was nothing.
It was so. It was a heck of a wallop.
Yes, it was. And what are you doing out of bed? You're too weak to be up and around.
I heard Snipe Vernon in here a short time ago, so I slipped at the back and around through the bar, hoping to find a weapon and catch him unawares.
No!
What?
You'd better just get out of here. Snipe is leaving town and I'm going with him.
Really? Now, you must be jesting. Why would you have anything to do with a man of his low character?
Really, Harry, if he catches you in here, you'll be killed. Please get back to your room.
Miss Lovelace, Willie, you led me to believe that, well, you were rather fond of me. What have I done?
I just changed my mind. I told you, I'm going off with Snipe Vernon. I've got my reasons, so just get out of here, will you?
Yes, of course. If that's what you wish. What a dilemma. Snipe Vernon, the man I am sworn to bring to justice, is departing with the girl I love. She apparently chooses him instead of me. What shall I do? Which way can I turn?
You don't play the guitar, do you, mister?
I'm afraid not.
Flora, we've already got a guitar player.
Well, we could always use a spare.
It's a shame about Willie. Most everyone around here is mighty fond of that young lady. You sure aren't going to be very popular.
What did I do?
Nothing. That's the trouble. She's going off with Snipe Vernon to save you from tangling with him in a gunfight.
So that's it.
Don't pay any attention to him.
It's true. You're doing this for me.
I can't let you go up against him now. You're weak and unarmed. You wouldn't stand a chance.
I can face any danger now that I know how you feel. But I must obtain a revolver, quickly.
How unfortunate. I'm afraid I have the only gun in the room.
That's right. Here, catch this.
You little
Harry, get the gun.
I have it!
snipe vermin. Help!
No, you don't.
Oh!
Watch out. Vermin's coming now.
Just a bit weak. I'll be all right in a minute.
That could be too late. Here, give me the gun.
No, it's my duty to face him.
But he's a dead shot. You won't have a chance.
Wait, I know how to even the odds. Quick, turn out the lights!
I'll get them.
Get down, everybody. There's going to be a lot of lead flying pretty quick.
All right, snipe vermin. I know your vile plans for Miss Lovelace, but you shall not have her while I live. So come ahead if you dare.
You don't scare me none, Harry Hotstone. I've loved you once and I'll do it again. Turn on that light.
I'll give you one opportunity to surrender before I fire. Now, will you lay down your revolver?
Come in and get it.
Well, oh, very well, I'll do that.
You asked for it. Pow, 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 pow.
You leave me no choice.
Harry, are you all right? Barney, the lights. Turn on the lights.
I'm lighting them now.
Harry, are you hurt?
I do believe I passed out for just a bit.
I'll get you something to drink.
Here, take this.
Drink it, Harry. You'll feel better.
Thank you. Yes, I could use a sip.
Here, I'll help you.
It seems we have another casualty here.
I think she's just knocked out.
She seems to be regaining consciousness now.
Here, give her my glass. I'll get another.
All right. Drink this. It will make you feel better.
What? Thank you. That's been... What hit me?
I'm afraid it was me.
Oh, where did you get that water?
Just out of Barney's pitcher. What's wrong?
No, it's poison. I've been poisoned.
But I drink from here all the time.
It's poison. I put poison in the pitcher. Help me, call the doctors, do something.
The poison must have been meant for me.
I'll get the doctor.
It's too late. I'm going.
Gone.
It's a home run?
She was undone by her own evil plan.
Yup. Snap's dead too. Got it straight through the heart.
If you'll excuse me, I'd better see the Undertaker about making final arrangements.
Go ahead, Barney. I'll look after things till you get back.
If we're free to go now, I believe I'll step out and see how they're coming with the repairs on the stage.
Certainly.
Come along, Poopsie. We do have to buy an extra fare to San Francisco.
Don't forget a ticket for me.
It will be my pleasure. Come along, Martha.
I could use a sniff of air too. Come on, let's go for a walk, honey.
All right.
Here, bring your guitar along. You can play it in the moonlight.
Can you play your guitar in the moonlight?
I guess so.
Just like Charlie, I bet.
You sure could play guitar in the moonlight.
He sure could.
I'd like to meet this Charlie sometime.
I hope you don't.
You wouldn't be jealous, would you, Harry?
I certainly would. I'm looking forward to the day that you will belong just to me.
Oh, Harry.
Just one thing. I do hope you'll be willing to give up your job. It is my feeling that one lawman in the family is sufficient.
Anything you say, Harry.
Then you will?
I will.
Ouch!